The biggest pleasure in Ma is watching Kajol kick ass. The actor has spent over 3 decades playing everything from the girl every boy wanted to take home to mom, Simran in DDLJ, to a straight-up unhinged villain, Isha in Gupt. But we've rarely seen her in action mode. Here she becomes the savior mom. Think Liam Neeson from Taken, except Ma is being billed as the first mytho-horror, so the saving is done in a creepy hamlet called Chandanpur, which is somewhere near Kolkata. When the demon named Doito comes after her 12-year-old daughter Shweta, Kajol as Ambika transforms into fire and brimstone.
जब तक तेरी माँ तेरे साथ है, तेरा कोई कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ सकता.
Ma is the second film in the Shaitaan universe. At the end of Shaitaan, Kabir, played by Ajay Devgan, who's one of the producers on this film, says, ताकत का कभी असली मतलब समझना है तो कभी किसी माँ को अपने बच्चे के लिए लड़ते हुए देखना. इस पूरे ब्रह्मांड में माँ से ज्यादा ताकतवर भगवान और कोई नहीं है. That line perhaps inspired Ma, and Kajol is solid as the divine feminine. Note that Ambika is another name for goddess Durga. I just wish the film had more of her fury. Ma has been directed by Vishal Furia and written by Saiwyn Quadras. While horror is very much Vishal's wheelhouse, he earlier made Chori 1 and Chori 2, it is a departure for Saiwyn, who's written films such as Neerja and Mary Kom. Here, he puts a spin on the tale of Kali Maa and Raktbeej, the powerful demon who can replicate himself from every drop of his blood which spills to the ground. A fascinating religious myth reworked into modern-day horror is an intriguing idea on paper, but not so much in execution. Horror films are not about logic, so we can't ask questions like why does Ambika take Shweta to Chandanpur even though she knows the dangerous history, or why she stays in Chandanpur despite all the strange things that are going on. Characters in a horror film never leave the haunted place when they should, but we suspend disbelief and accept it as part of the deal. What's harder to make peace with is the lack of scares and the sluggish pace. Shaitaan was anchored by a solid storyline. A stranger comes home and takes possession of a young girl. There was also that delicious performance by R. Madhavan as the titular devil. His perverse delight in torturing the girl and her parents was its own entertainment. The gaping hole in Ma is the feeble antagonist. Despite all the VFX and background score, Doito doesn't have an inch of menace about him. In fact, I kept thinking that he's basically an overgrown and angry version of Groot from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. Doito is a tree-like creature with snaking branches that he puts to murderous use. There is very little personality here, and he's saddled with forgettable dialogue. In one scene, he tells a man, "Tera dil kala hai, tu mere kaam aa sakta hai." The story is both slow and convoluted. There is human sacrifice, Kali Puja, a Rajbari with 30 rooms. Incidentally, if you want to see a far better use of big Bengali mansions in a horror film, check out Anvita Dutt's Bulbbul. Ma also has echoes of Rosemary's Baby, feminist undercurrents that might remind you of the Stree franchise. And there are frames in the climax that closely resemble frames from Shaitaan's climax. Vishal put sugarcane fields to great use in Chori, but here the forest is too fake to evoke fear. There are a few fun jump scares, but little that chills or thrills. The THR bottom line is that it's all a bit of a muddle. You can watch Ma at a theatre near you. For more reviews like this, do subscribe to The Hollywood Reporter India.